beyond the mere physical level. Your skills are now at the point of...
Hey yo, welcome to the car construct. Welcome to the car construct. I have the energy to like sing the whole thing because life has been going weird, but you can't get a good girl down, and I'm out here. I'm out here. You know, it's really awkward. Just wondering if you guys laugh with me when I laugh at myself, or if I'm the only person that thinks I'm funny. Anyways, if you're coming back to this channel and you're subscribed, hi Kel Belles. If you're new, please subscribe, like, comment, share, like how you feel about it, like all that jazz, okay? But yeah, I'm Kelly Gama, and the car construct is about Kelly Gama's life. A bit interesting, I'm not gonna lie. I decided in the beginning of making this channel that I wasn't going to be a story time person. Not because I have any issues with them, but because I felt like I'm a forgiving person. So a lot of my stories, like, I have these people still in my life, you know? But I figured that like this one would be, it's a bit hectic, but I don't really care for this person that much. I don't hate him. If he somehow sees this, he was subscribed. I don't know if he unsubscribed at the end. But if you see this, it's just the game, baby. It's just the views, baby. But I am telling you the story of the first time I was blocked. And the reason why the story is so mad, and you'll see, like, you'll understand when I tell you, but the sequence of events and like the unexpectedness and the height of me really not knowing what was going on is quite embarrassing. It is quite embarrassing, but I think I'm at the point where I think it's hilarious. Just for some like background, the whole reason I decided to do the story is because I tweeted this thing the other time, like the second week of December, right? Or the first. And it was Venus retrograde. And I saw every single ex in my life, or any single like person I've ever spoken to, like I saw that person, right? And this guy was one of them. And I tweeted, I was like, guys, okay, pay no mind to the car in the back. But I was like, guys, I just bumped into the guy, like the only person to ever blocked me. And I said, yeah, when I'm a blockana. Because I thought it was funny. I thought like we're at the point where we can make jokes. It's over a year, you know what I mean? But he didn't laugh. He didn't laugh with me. He didn't laugh with me at all. He didn't laugh with me at all. But yeah, let me tell the story. I'm telling the story like chronologically to the date. So it all starts on the 8th of August in 2020. South Africa, we are in level 5 lockdown. So there's not much to do, but I'm still hanging with my homies a bit, you know? So we decide on that day, I'm with 3 of my friends. Should I give them their real names? I don't think they'd mind, but I'm just not going to. Let's say Maddie, Cassie, and Kat. So Maddie, Cassie, and Kat, okay? So we're chilling, and we decide to go to Jung Park. So there's no like weird stuff involved. We're actually going to Jung Park for burgers. Like it's lockdown. Like no one's drinking or nothing like that. We're actually out here to chill. So we sit down, and Maddie just so happens to be like really popular. Like I think I know a lot of people. Maddie knows a lot of people. Not always for the best reasons, but like Maddie will find her way. So cool. We're chilling, and this group of guys sits next to us. And I'm a jokester in every single situation. Like at the cashier at Pick and Pay, I'm still gonna make a joke. Just something that I do, you know? So I'm out here, I'm entertaining my friends, and this guy hears one of my jokes and he chuckles. So I'm like, okay, cool. And my eyes are continue. Then my best friend Kobe comes in, and he knows everyone. So he greets, and he goes and he greets these guys. And he gets back to me, and he's like, so what's up? Like, what's going on? I tell him what I've been up to, and I'm like, oh, one of these boys is like kind of cute, but it's not that deep. And he's like, oh, no, cool. Like, he's a cool bro. Like, he's from the South. First red flag. First red flag, he's from the South. But Kobe said it's okay. Kobe said he's a grand guy from the South. So I'm like, okay, cool. But it wasn't even that deep. It was just a question, you know what I'm saying? So then later on, I make a joke, right, about my scoliosis. And the joke was complete, but this guy decides to like add something to make the joke funnier. So one, this tells me that you were listening to me. Two, you thought my joke was funny. Three, you're funny enough to actually like not even one up me, but like you can keep up with Kelly. I didn't have to tell you too much. You already know that like Kelly, you know, she's just out here making jokes. You know, she's trying to live life. So cool. I'm thinking, but like I'm not putting too much pressure on the situation because I don't really hit on boys. I don't hit on boys. Like even when they hit on me, I don't really know what's happening most of the time. But that day I understood because as he was leaving, he said to me, listen, scoliosis. And I was thinking, that's hot. But he's like, listen, scoliosis, we're going to name him Nate since we're on a euphoria theme. So Nate is like, scoliosis, let me get your number, you know. But I've been out many times. So I know that sometimes when someone says, let me get your number, nothing's going to happen afterwards. Like, it was just a random day at Chung Park in the middle of level 5, you know. So cool. I know this day because you know what happened next. As we're driving home, that's when we get into the car accident. And okay, first of all, the car was written off. But every single girl, like Maddie, Kat, and Casey, everyone had their lashes on. And we weren't even using Duo Glue. Like, everyone was good. Everyone was, like, A-okay. We were traumatized, but, like, we were good physically. The car was written off, but we were good. Cool. Somehow, I don't even know who finds out or who tells who, but I did still have my phone. But obviously, this guy took my number. I didn't take his. The next morning, I guess he's still connected. He calls me. He's like, I heard about your accident. And I'm like, yeah, this happened. There's glass in my ears. So I tell him what's going on. But I'm also like, that's kind of cool. That, like, first of all, how did you know that happened to me? And secondly, like, why do you care? Cool. But I'm glad that he cares and we speak. From that day on, from the beginning of the 9th of August, I was speaking to this man, okay? So Nate is a 31-year-old man from the South. Yeah, you're not going to figure out who he is unless you really know me or you really know him and he told the story. But cool, we start talking. And I'm a busy girl. Like, I have a love-hate relationship with communication because, like, I want to speak to my man all the time. But I'm also a working woman, hey? Like, you can't text me at, like, 1:30 and expect me to have the most detailed response for you. Like, ngiyasebenza, like, manglala, like, I aim to do it at 10. Do you know what I'm saying? So I don't really like speaking a lot, but this guy was speaking a lot with me. But I was single and I was seeing multiple people. It wasn't multiple like that. It was actually him and someone else. Cool. So this is the 8th of August. My birthday's on the 29th. As fresh as this is, I'm not trying to put pressure on this guy. He's not my boyfriend. He's only known me for like 2 weeks. I can't make him like do things for my birthday. But I already knew that on my birthday, I wanted to have a braai at home with my family and like my close friends. So it was off limits, you know? Cool. The week before my birthday, he's the one like, okay, cool, what are we gonna do? I was like, how about we hang out? This is where everything just gets shiggery. BNG, shout out my girl. So we decide to go and hang out this weekend, okay? And everything about this weekend is like lovely. Like every single song that he plays is one of my favorite songs. We have the same taste, and it's not like popular songs. Like we're playing He Wasn't Man Enough. What was he thinking? That's why the song still traumatizes me now, but like I love it so much. So we decided to hang out, two man. Cool. Having a great time. And then at some point, I'm not gonna mention the details of this because this is the part that might be embarrassing to me or him. But something weird happens, okay? But not weird enough for us to like stop talking or whatever. Like we're still in the same space and we carry on. We're still having a great time. We're still jamming Tony Braxton. We still in this. You know what I mean? We up. The girls are up. The boys up. Like all having a great time. By the way, he tells me that he has a child. Okay. His age at the time was, he's also a Virgo. He's 29 at the time, so he's about to turn 30. And that's an okay, like, age gap. I understand, like, why he'd have a child, you know. I'm 24, so even I could have a child and have a 3-year-old at 30, you know. So I'm okay with that. But anyways, we spend the weekend and, like, we're hanging out and everything's fine. Go back to, like, our lives. The following weekend is my birthday. During this week, we're talking like normal, but like this guy talks a lot, and somehow I'm willing to sacrifice my own like chatting values with a man, you know, like I'm willing to just go for it, you know, chatting to this guy, whatever, leading up to my birthday. On my birthday, which is a Saturday, in the middle of a pandemic, first day he stops talking to me. From the 8th of August to the 29th of August, he chose my birthday to not like make contact. And then the wild thing is, I'm not like, he didn't even like remove me from status. So I'm seeing him like he's out. And the worst part about him being out, remember I said he's from the south. He's actually at like a spot that is in between the south and the west. If you know, you know. So I'm like, hey, that's crazy to me. That's crazy to me. So I while a bit, but I'm also like, hey, it's my birthday. I can't focus too much on this man. Like, and the other person that I was seeing, like, pulled up and he was cute, you know. And then later that night, like, we went to a house party. We went to EXO. Like, I had a good time on my birthday, you know. I ended up with, yeah, it's another job. But yeah, I had a good night on my birthday. The next day is like, why are you whiling, whatever. But we quickly resolve things, quickly. Here's where things get messy. His birthday is about less, like maybe 15 days away from mine, okay? And remember when I said when we met, that when I met Nate, that he already knows Maddie. So Maddie knows McKay. Like Maddie knows all of the mates. Maddie knows how they're moving, whatever. But I'm cool with Nate. Like, you know, I'm out here. I'm Lexi. In the space between our birthdays, for my birthday, I got a car. Love my baby. Malcolm, shout out my homie. But I get a car. We're talking to the extent that like I'm texting, driving into the dealership, just got the car, named him Malcolm. Here's a picture. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's where we are. I'm not putting like too much pressure on the thing. I'm literally acting in the way that we've set the tone. And bear in mind, the awkward thing happened a week before my birthday. Now we're a week after my birthday and like we're still speaking. So I'm thinking this thing didn't affect us. But like based on what happened at the end, I'm assuming maybe it was an effect. But anyways, short, life continues. So then it's like, oh, I'm hanging out with Kobe. Normal things. And as I said, Kobe knows Nate. Hanging out with Kobe and we're in the South. So I just haven't heard from this guy in literally like the smallest amount of time, like maybe 8 hours. Oh, here's the mess. The night before I hang out with Kobe. I'm talking to this guy and it's a normal chat. So I say, hey, what are you doing? And he says, oh, my son's over tonight, so I'm just trying to put him to bed. Guys, that is enough of an explanation. Let me tell you what this man did unprovoked. After he says that, I say, oh, cute. He sent me a picture of his son. In rest. Why did he send me a picture of his child? And I didn't take it as like a huge move, but it was notable. Obviously, I'm like, oh, this nigga sending me a picture of his kid. Okay, cool. I'm trusted. Like, this is a bit random, but like, cool. It's part of the chat. He sent me a picture of his child. Shot. I say, oh, what a beautiful boy. Cool. The chop ends. The next morning, I have plans with Kobe. I go with Kobe. We're in the South, obviously. And then he says, oh, dude, because he knows thingy Nate. So he's like, oh, dial up Nate. Like, where's Nate at, you know? Nate has a really cool job, you know, so he's quite flexible. I call Nate, no response. Call Nate, no response. Kobe calls Nate, no response. We leave a voicemail. We're like, nigga, where you at? Nah. Like, I'm even willing to act like one of the gents, like, just to hang out with you, dog. Also, just to prove to you that, like, we're talking because we have the same friends. So why are we acting like we're not in the same spaces? You know? Cool. Then, so in this time, it just so happens to be, remember I said that he's also a Virgo. So it's a few days before his birthday. And Maddie, remember Maddie, the one that knows everyone? Maddie shares a birthday with Nate. Maddie also shares friends with Nate. So what are the odds? What are the odds that Maddie and Nate are going to have a birthday party at the same place? Or wherever Maddie invites me, that I'm going to see Nate. Anyways, I might. Guys, I think maybe it was like the 9th of September. Like, it was 9/11 day. And I sent him a text, like a normal text. This is the day after he sends me a picture of his child, right? So I send him a text, and then I don't get a response. And then, okay, I've never been blocked in my life. And I'm also not a blocker. I'm a very confrontational person. So even if I hate you, like the moment you want to chop about it, I'm ready to chop. I block. Oh, no. So I text this man, and then I see one tick. Okay. So I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. Maybe like he's on a site, you know, he working. And then I text him again, and his profile picture's gone. I'm not sure if his profile picture was always gone or something, but I wasn't suspect about it for some weird reason. And I've heard from people that when you're blocked, there's no profile picture. But I wasn't even thinking about that. Cool. Guys, after 6 hours since my one tick texts, I spoke to Kobe. I said, mate, what's going on? Do you think I should send him airtime? Like, maybe he's somewhere, I got no Wi-Fi, and maybe he's not close to, like, a spaza. Maybe he doesn't have cash if he's close to a spaza. Maybe if he's close to Pick and Pay, like, he has to pay for school fees for his kid. But, like, I'm willing, as Kelly Gama, I'm willing to, like, send this man airtime. This man that I met a month ago that was next to me on my birthday, but he sent me a picture of his kid. So I'm willing to send this man airtime in order for him to communicate with me. Also, not just me, I'm thinking, oh my God, the child. What if there's no purity and his baby mama can't tell him? I would rather be the person that sacrifices my money so that his baby mama can talk to me. Nonsigalelo. That's my full name. If you don't know, I actually really love it. If you can say it, say it. Nonsigalelo. So then, I'm in denial still. I don't send the airtime. Now a part of me is thinking, oh shucks, maybe I am being ignored. Maybe that is what's happening. And then he decides to text Kobe. You want a bamba? You want to jiggy with the big boys? Are you the raw kitty kitty? You know what he said to Kobe? He said, and this is still while I'm still in denial. I still don't know that this man has blocked me. He says to Kobe, oh, hey, my G. I hope that what happened to me and your best friend doesn't affect our relationship. You're checking PR? You're pushing P? You're pushing P? He's pushing P. He's pushing P. He blocked me, but he went to my best friend to say, listen, maybe your sister sucks, but I still need to be in contact with you. I can't believe it. And I'm not that girl. It's not that I think that I'm beyond anything. But like, geez, like I don't talk to the kind of guys that like do those things to me. Like if a guy's gonna stop talking to me, I would like to hope that maybe I pick the guy decent enough to be like, hey Kelly, whatever happened, like mess this up, or I don't want to chop anymore. This guy went and pushed P by Kobe. Now imagine Kobe's like, hey yo, Kelly, what's up? I'm like, hey, what's up, dog? Like, you know? And he's like, oh no, listen, I got a message from Nate. Yeah, I think he blocked you because he's trying to check like if we're still pushing P this side. I'm like, I'm in denial and I'm upset because remember how I said that Maddie and Nate's birthdays are like the same day? This is a day before the birthday. And I'm already suspecting that it's going to be the exact same venue. So short, Maddie's birthday comes and now I'm trying to be a big boy. I've literally prepped myself to like see this man for the first time in my life. But can we get back to the fact that why did he send me a picture of his son the day before he blocked me? Did I mention this? When we first met, he said, so what do you do? I said, I'm developing a These are all things you'll know in a few months. And I'm also a content creator. First red flag is when he said, do not put me on your channel. I said, nigga, why would I do that? Like, I'm not even like obvious like that. I'm not trying to show people I'm like seeing whatever. He's like, no, whatever happens, don't put me on your channel. I should have known. And this guy, so now he's pushing P with Kobe, and I'm like, okay, cool. I'm at the like venue. I'm looking like the best of my life. I had the worst wig, but I made it work. You know, I was like, I have to redeem myself. I'm really embarrassed. I don't know what's going on. This is the first time this is happening to me. And I'm talking about it like a trauma, guys, because I genuinely didn't know. Like, it would be a different thing if I opened the app and I was like, oh, okay, he's blocked me, whatever. You know what I mean? But the fact that I was on the verge of sending this man airtime to communicate when he's actually put all his effort to not communicate with me. Anyways, on the day of his birthday, at this mutual venue, we are expect to see him. Turns out I bump into the most lovely man. A very lovely man. I'm not with him today. Maybe I'll be with him tomorrow. But I bumped into him literally that evening, and I didn't bump into the guy that blocked me. And I tried to continue with life. But what bothered me and what scared me, I was literally avoiding spots, like any single gig that was happening in the South. Whenever Maddie or Nate said, like, let's hang out here, I didn't go because, like, I don't want to bump into this guy that's blocked me. I'm embarrassed. I don't know why it happened. I don't know why he sent a picture of his kid. Like, there's a whole lot happening in my mind. But, like, naga avoid. And somehow, in December 2021, I walk into, and you remember on my birthday when I said he went to a spot in between the South and the West? I go there, and I was on a very low day. I didn't go like with my homies. I went one man because I'm also like, you know, I'm that girl. I know I'm gonna find people there, like you know. I bump into him, and that's when I say, "Yeah, but I'm a blokan." Nah, I'm thinking it's funny because like I've accepted it. The fact that she spoke to my brother about it, like my best friend Kobe, like you should know that obviously he told me. And if I didn't retaliate or find you on another social media platform, then obviously you know that like I'm over it and like I'm cool with it. But this guy like just acted so awkward with me. And then the weird chop is he knew things that were going on in my life. Like he said sorry about like certain grievances. And I'm like, okay. But my chop is I'm not mad at the fact that I was blocked. I really understand the necessity. I wish that I had like the balls to block people when they're actually moving mad. But I feel like I really wasn't moving mad. And why did you send me a picture of your kid, bro? Like, I'm just embarrassed by the fact that I almost sent airtime. I really thought this man was in dire. I said, let me help a single black man today. let me help a black man provide for his family. And I can't believe I did that. I'm in shame. But yeah, that's what happened. As I said, he did subscribe to this channel. If you're seeing this, I lied when I said I wouldn't put you on my channel because we're out here now. But listen, yeah, that's my story time. I have many more embarrassing stories, and I don't know when I'll have the guts to say them. Let me know if you want to know why I got dumped 2 years in a row because of the exact same party by Until. Also, Until needs to run me a check because I mention them in every single video. But let me know if you want to know that. But yeah, it's not all like rainbows and flowers and more of and less of. Like, niggas actually be trying me. But thank you for watching. What did you guys have done? Like, have you ever been blocked? Did you know that you were being blocked at the exact moment? Like, have you ever had someone wait for an incident to happen, to transpire, then act later? Please let me know so I don't feel like I'm just being targeted, okay? Like, please, Kel Belles. But yes, that's signing off from another embarrassing story by Kel Gamma. Please subscribe to the Cal Construct. Follow me on the socials. Cal Gamma on all of them. And yeah, I love you all. Keep subscribing, keep sharing. We trying to grow. I want you to be interested in my life. But yeah, I love you all. Bye, Cal Belles. Beso.
Beyond the mere physical level.